Good evening from BBC London News. I'm Louisa Preston. A man has been stabbed to death after chasing muggers who snatched a woman's bag in East London. It happened last night in Barking. Paul Curran reports.
Sukhwinder Singh worked as a builder to support his wife and child in India. He lived in Barking but died last night, regarded by most as a hero. He was killed after a woman was robbed here in Luxford Road in Barking at about 7:15. The woman was mugged about 200 yards away in a neighbouring street. Sukhwinder Singh started to chase after the muggers and he caught up with them at the bottom of this street, and that's when he was stabbed. Police were searching gardens and bins near the murder scene this afternoon to see if the muggers had thrown away the knife or the bag they'd stolen. Residents praised Mr Singh's courage.
I wouldn't risk my life going alone against two, but that's a brave thing what he did, yeah.
I wouldn't do that. If that happened now, I would get on the phone to the police and try and keep out of the way.
Police are looking for two men described as black and in their 20s, and they're appealing for witnesses.
I'm really keen to speak to any witnesses who saw the robbery, who saw the altercation in Uphill Road, who saw where these two men ran off to. What's also important is the woman who was robbed, her handbag's missing. It's a brown leather handbag, and I'm really keen to find out where that is.
The police have praised Sukhwinder Singh's actions as brave, but have urged anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation to call them rather than intervene. Paul Curran, BBC London News.
A protest has taken place outside the Greek embassy by supporters of a man from Enfield being held in a Greek jail on suspicion of murder. Andrew Simiou was extradited almost 6 months ago, accused of killing an 18-year-old man in a nightclub. His supporters say Greek police fabricated evidence. They want a trial date set as soon as possible. Government immigration advisers are looking into whether extra foreign workers are needed to build venues for the London Olympics. The research will examine the possibility of relaxing immigration laws to bring in skilled workers. But critics say it would be inexcusable to encourage more immigration when so many British people are unemployed. The research will be published at the end of March. The continuing cold weather has meant that many people are venturing out on frozen lakes and ponds in the capital. The message from British Waterways is very simple: don't. Warren Nettleford has more.
90% of the waterways in London are frozen, and it may look tempting, but British Waterways are advising us all to stay off the frozen water.
It's very dangerous because even though it might be about 1 inch thick, it's not uniformly thick all over, and it wouldn't take the weight of a human.
So that would mean not doing this. It's not a canal, but a pond in Wimbledon Common. Those here, though, weren't put off by the warning signs.
So I've just interviewed British Waterways. They've just said the last thing you should actually do is go on the ice. What do you think about that?
Yes, don't go on the ice, don't have fun, and definitely don't enjoy the fantastic weather.
I think it probably is the last thing you should do, but it seems, we walked out to the middle and it's fine.
We've seen people, not only children, adults, going on the water trying to recover things.
With the cold snap set to continue, many will be tempted to venture into or onto the unknown. The warning, though, is a simple one: don't. Warren Nettleford, BBC London News.
Football now, and there's only one game today in London because of the weather, and that was at snowy Emirates Stadium where Arsenal took on Everton. Arsenal equalised in the 90th minute, ending the game 2-2. Well, let's find out what the weather's up to with Daniel Corbett.
Hello there. We keep the cold and snowy theme